children, welcome to e-learning class of St. Michael's Academy Bekia of Business Studies class 12. We will start with the first chapter today. The name of the chapter is Nature and Significance of Management. Nature and or characteristics and importance of management. I am Pratik sir and I will be teaching you business studies in your class 12. Let us see first what we are going to learn in the chapter. What are the topics which we will be discussing today? We will be seeing the definition of management. What is management? We will be discussing the features or characteristics of management. We will be discussing the objectives of management. Why is management necessary? The importance of management. Why is it important? We will see the different levels of management. We will discuss the functions in management, and at last we will discuss whether management is an art, a science or a profession. So these are the topics which we will be studying in the first chapter called Nature and Significance of Management. Let us go to the first slide which will define the term management. In very simple words, management is the art of getting things done through others. दूसरे से काम करवा लेने के कला को मैनेजमेंट कहते हैं. It's a very simple definition. Management is the art of getting things done through others. It consists of a series of interrelated functions that are performed by all managers. Management, the work, consists of various interconnected functions which come phase by phase or step by step, which is performed by each and every manager. It is a deliberate process that helps in achieving the goals of the company. It is an intentional process, जानबूझकर किया जाने वाला process. So management is an art of getting things done through others. It is a series of interconnected functions, step by step, that we do, and it is a process that helps in achieving the organization's aim, goal, objectives. Let us go to a proper definition of management according to Kreitner. Kreitner said that management is the process of working with and through others to effectively achieve the organizational goal by efficiently using limited resources in the changing environment. Limited resource को यूज करते हुए efficiently organization के goal को achieve करना दूसरों के मदद से is called management. But let us again read this definition. Management is the process of working with and through others to effectively achieve organizational goals or objectives by making proper use of the limited resources. Once again, दूसरों की मदद और सहयोग से कंपनी के गोल्स को अचीव करना और साथ ही साथ जो लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेस हमको दिया जाता है उसका सबसे अच्छा प्रयोग या उपयोग करते हुए कंपनी के गोल्स को अचीव करने को मैनेजमेंट कहते हैं. So this is the first slide by which I am pretty sure you must have understood the term management. So my question to you is, are you a manager? Yes. Everyone is a manager. Your mummy is a manager. She manages the entire house. Your papa is the manager. He earns, he manages at work. You are a manager. You are managing your time. How much time to study, how much time to play, what time to watch TV and do mobile, what time you have set up for eating and playing and sleeping. You are managing time. So every human being is a manager. Okay, let us go to the next slide, which will tell us the characteristics of management. Right, my dear students, copy these slides, write it down in your copies so that in future when you come to class, we will have a good discussion about each and every point. So now the next topic is characteristics of management. What are the features of management? The first feature is it is goal oriented. What is goal oriented? It means management is done with the purpose of achieving a target. Management is done with the intention of achieving the goal or aims of the company. Alright? Therefore, management is called a goal-oriented process. Number 2, all pervasive. Pervasive means present everywhere. Management is all pervasive in nature. It is present in the house, it is present in the company, it is present in individual level, it is present in the society, it is present in all the levels of management. It is present everywhere, and every person is somehow or the other practicing the process of management. Whether they are practicing the process of managing time or energy or managing money, that's a different thing. But everyone is busy doing management. It is multidimensional. Yes, management is multidimensional. At a time, you are doing some work, you are managing lots of things together. For example, you are managing time, you are managing energy, you are managing money all together in order to achieve something. Therefore, management is called a multidimensional process. You have to, while let us understand this by an example. In a company, what you have to manage? You have to manage the raw material, you have to manage the laborer, the manpower, you have to manage the technical team or the machines and equipment, you have to manage the production, the speed of production, the packaging, the distribution, the sales, the finance. Therefore, you see, management becomes a multi-dimensional process. It is a continuous process. Yes, from the time the process starts, it is never ending. Management is a continuous process. Once a person is born, once a company is started, the process of management goes on and on and on till the death of the person or till the disposal or shutdown of the company. It is a group activity. Like the definition, management is an art of getting things done through others. जब तक इसमें आपके अलावा और कुछ लोग नहीं होंगे, आप क्या मैनेज करिएगा? Therefore, management becomes a group activity. More than one person is involved in the process of management. It is a dynamic process. Dynamic means changing process. It is flexible. It is flexible means management has not got any fixed rules. You can always change the process of managing depending upon the situation, depending upon the various factors. Therefore, dynamic process. Dynamic means changing process, not rigid, flexible process. It is universal in nature. Best example is the way your mummy, your mother manages the entire house is the same way a mother in America manages her house also. Yes, जिस तरीके से आपकी मम्मी आपके घर को चलाती हैं, मैनेज करती हैं, उसी तरीके से अमेरिका में भी एक माँ अपने घर को चलाती है ना? इसीलिए मैनेजमेंट को यूनिवर्सल बोला जाता है, that it is applicable everywhere. Everywhere in the universe, management is valid. Management is same, management is applicable. Therefore, it is a universal process. It is an intangible force. What is intangible? Intangible means that management cannot be seen, but it can be felt. आप अपने आप को मैनेज करते हुए देखे हैं? नहीं। आप मम्मी को घर चलाते हुए देखे हैं? नहीं, लेकिन घर चलता है, मम्मी चलाती हैं। आप देख नहीं पाएंगे, लेकिन उसका आउटकम आपको दिखेगा कि घर अच्छे से चल रहा है। इंटेंजिबल मीन्स दैट थिंग विच कैन नॉट बी सीन बट इट कैन ओनली बी फेल्ट। मैनेजमेंट को आप देख तो नहीं सकते, लेकिन यू कैन फील इट दैट मैनेजमेंट हैज बीन डन। इट इज अ सिस्टमैटिक प्रोसेस। सिस्टमैटिक मीन्स step by step. Management we will discuss in the future in the next slide. What are the steps in management? और वो step by step हम लोग को follow करना है. Therefore, management is called a systematic process because you have to follow the steps in a system. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. That is why management becomes a very systematic process. All right. So write down in your copies all the points which we have discussed and try to explain these points in your own words, what you have understood by my explanation. All right, students, let us go to the next slide. Very important question is why management? What is the objective? करना क्यों है मैनेजमेंट पढ़ तो लिए, सुन तो लिए, डेफिनेशन समझ लिए, फीचर्स समझ लिए, लेकिन ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है, करते क्यों है? तो मैनेजमेंट हैज 3 मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव. One is organizational level of objective, second is social objective, and third is personal objective. Let us discuss these one by one. Organizational objective means organization or the company point of view. Why is management done? So number 1 point is for the survival of the company. You have to manage the company properly in order to have a long lasting effect. अगर आप अपने कंपनी को नहीं मैनेज करते हैं, वो बंद हो जाएगा. Therefore, in order to survive, लंबा चलने के लिए, लंबे रेस का घोड़ा बनाने के लिए अपने कंपनी को, you need to have management. Therefore, survival is the first objective of organizational objective of management. Second is earning maximum profit. Third is earning maximum growth of the company. And fourth is discipline in the working process. Organization has one aim. Why do you start a company? To earn profit. To earn profit? No. To earn maximum profit. ज्यादा से ज्यादा पैसा कमाने के लिए आप कंपनी स्टार्ट करते हैं. ये आपका मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव होता है, टू अर्न मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट. Therefore, we practice the art of management with the intention, with the aim that we will earn maximum profit for the company. Now, what if when you earn maximum profit, what will happen automatically is that your company will also have maximum growth. ज्यादा पैसा आएगा तो आप ज्यादा पैसा खर्च करेंगे कंपनी पे. Therefore, the growth of the company, size of the company will become bigger. All right. Discipline in work. What is discipline in work? Saving time, increasing productivity, lowering the cost of production. कम दाम में, कम समय में अच्छा से अच्छा सामान बनाना is the main objective of management. So discipline of work means with saving time, saving resources and minimizing the cost, we get maximum production with best quality. So discipline of work. All right. So these are the 4 objectives or organizational objectives of management. Now let us come to the social objective, society point of view. This was company point of view. This is society point of view. What do you mean by social objective? Number 1, giving benefit to the society. सोसाइटी का कुछ भला करने के लिए मैनेजमेंट प्रैक्टिस करते हैं. You have to make such a product जिसमें कुछ बेटर आप कर सके सोसाइटी का. To provide service to the society. Big companies, Reliance, Tata, they all have hospitals in their names. Tata Cancer Institute in Bombay, Reliance also has got numbers of hospitals and schools in their name. Reliance universities are there. So these are providing service to the society, making something good for the society. That is also an objective of management. गिविंग एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज, आज के डेट में इंडिया में सबसे ज्यादा क्या डिमांड है यंगस्टर्स का, यूथ का, हमको नौकरी चाहिए. तो मैनेजमेंट इज डन विद द पर्पस of providing or creating more jobs, more opportunities for the manpower or the youth of the company, and in return it fulfills the social objective also. Last is social justice and betterment of the society. By setting up schools you provide education, and when you make people educated, what happens? Automatically injustice decreases and the society heads towards a better world. All right. Last objective is the personal objective. The workers, the employees, the management, the owner all have a personal desire also. So after seeing the organizational objective, after discussing the social objective, now the last objective of management is personal objective. Let us see what is personal objective. Fulfillment of personal needs and desires. What are personal needs and desires? To have a good house, to have good food, to have a good motorcycle or a car, to have a good family, to have money in your pocket. That is a personal desire of a person. Therefore, management helps in the fulfillment of personal needs and desires of an employee, of a manager. All right. Second is personal growth and development. Getting promotion from a smaller post to a higher post, and then to a further higher post. That is personal development. And last is human betterment. Betterment of the human or man force which is working in the organization. They are getting a good environment, AC in the office, good food, good canteen in the company where they can eat, sit and eat, neat and clean bathrooms and toilets. That is the personal goal of the individual. So we have seen three objectives: organizational objective, social objective, and personal objective. Dear students, write it down in your copies and try to explain these points in your own words, so that when the school reopens, we are able to understand these topics in a much better way. Let us go to the next slide, which we will discuss what is the importance of management. The importance of management matches with the objective of management. Alright, certain points you can always carry from each other. Some points from the objective you can put in the importance, some from the importance you can take and put in the objective. So let us see what are the importance of management. Number one, achieving organizational goal. In the previous slide, what did we hear? What did we learn about the management objectives? Institutional or organizational objective. Second, social objective. And third, personal objective. See, we have 3 points over here. The importance of management is achieving organizational objective, achieving social objective, and achieving personal objectives. These are the first 3 most important points of management. Next is increase in efficiency. What is efficiency? At lesser cost, better quality of production. See, less cost, high production, better quality of production. That is called efficiency. And cost here means cost of time and lesser time, cost of money and lesser cheap price the production must be done, and cost of resources with minimum use of resources. Remember always students, in commerce, cost always has 3 parts: time, energy and money. Alright, so less cost means less resource, less time and less price, less cost. Alright. The importance of management is to create a dynamic environment, dynamic organization where everything is flexible, nothing is rigid. Would you like to work in a jail? No. Why? Because jail, everything is fixed. Get up at this time, eat at this time, work at this time, again go back at this time. All right. But in an organization, things must be dynamic, so that आपका दम नहीं घुटे, आपको काम करने में अच्छा लगे, आपको पर्सनल सेटिस्फैक्शन रहे. कैसा लगेगा अगर आपको हर समय बोला जाए अब उठो, अब बैठो, अब लिखो, अब करेक्शन करो? नहीं अच्छा लगेगा. You must have your own freedom. So dynamic means flexibility in the organization. Everything should be flexible so that you are comfortable in working in that organization. Wealth and profit maximization, but natural. The most important part of any company, I have told you, is to earn maximum profit. Therefore, management, the most important part of management also is wealth या profit maximization. And last is survival of the company. So you see, from the previous slides, these points have been taken. So if you understand any one concept in a detailed manner, automatically you will be able to write your answer for the other. If you have understood the objectives of management, organizational objective, social objective and personal objective, automatically you can make and create your own points and write down the importance of management. Alright, let us go to the next slide and see what the next slide has. Very interesting. Remember, we had discussed management is a systematic process. I have told you systematic means step by step. So these are the steps in the management process. The first step is planning. You have to plan first. What do you want to achieve and how do you want to achieve? क्या करना चाहते हैं और कैसे करना चाहते हैं is planning. Second step is after planning you start organizing. जब आपने मन बना लिया कि मुझको ये करना है और इस तरीके से करना है, तब आप उसको करने के लिए चीजें जुगाड़ना शुरू करते हैं. You start organizing things जो कि बाद में इस्तेमाल करके आप वो चीज हासिल कर सकें. So planning is what you want to do and how you want to do, and organizing is collecting things in a systematic way which will help you achieve what you have planned. Third is staffing. Staffing का क्या मतलब है? Staffing means getting the right person at the right place at the right time and for the right work. Staffing बहुत interesting topic. Right person, सही आदमी, right time, सही समय पर, right place, सही जगह पर, right work, सही काम करता हुआ मिलना चाहिए. How? I have studied commerce. That is why I am teaching you business studies. I am the right person with the right qualification teaching you the right subject. But अगर हम साइंस पढ़े होते तो क्या हम कॉमर्स पढ़ा पाते? नहीं. इसलिए स्टाफिंग बहुत जरूरी है. स्टाफिंग आपको यह बताता है कि किस समय किस जगह पर किस आदमी को आपको रखना है किस काम के लिए. That is called staffing. Alright? Directing क्या होता है? Directing means to direct or supervise the activities which have started taking place. सही निर्देश या सही डायरेक्शन देना is called directing. And last is controlling. अगर कुछ गड़बड़ होता है, if something wrong happens in the entire process, then controlling is to be practiced. Controlling means लगाम लगाना, check लगाना, to stop something wrong and correct it. So controlling is giving corrective measures on how to get the entire process back on track. सही जगह पे वापस लाने के लिए अगर वो रास्ते से भटकता है तो पूरे प्रोसेस को वापस सही जगह पे लाने के लिए कंट्रोलिंग करते हैं. So these are the systematic steps of management, जिसके बारे में हम लोग बाद में इंडिविजुअल चैप्टर वाइज भी पढ़ेंगे. But now today I have given you a brief idea about planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. These are the key steps or key functions of management. All right, students. Let us discuss one by one. Very briefly, I will take 2 minutes to discuss this. Planning is deciding in advance what is to be done and how it is to be done. क्या करना है और कैसे करना है, इसको प्लानिंग बोलते हैं. ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, व्हाट इज ऑर्गेनाइजिंग? असाइनिंग ड्यूटीज, किसको क्या काम कराना है. ग्रुपिंग टास्क, एक साथ काम को जोड़ना. डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिंग रिसोर्सेज, गिविंग रिसोर्सेज फॉर ईच वर्क टू बी डन. एंड फिक्सिंग अथॉरिटी, कौन किस जगह बॉस रहेगा, किसका क्या काम रहेगा, किसको क्या नहीं करना है, is all part of organizing. Staffing, I have already told, right person at the right place at the right time for the right job. ठीक है? So staffing means right person at the right time at the right place for the right job. Directing क्या होता है? Leading, influencing, motivating employees to do their work is called directing. दिशा निर्देश देना कि आप इस प्रकार काम करिए, उनके काम को सुपरवाइज करना. अगर वो कुछ गलत करते हैं उनको डांटना, अगर वो कुछ अच्छा करते हैं तो उनको मोटिवेट करना, उनके लिए ताली बजाना, उनको वाहवाही देना. That is the process of directing. And last is controlling. Controlling the process or monitoring the performance towards achieving the organizational goal. It is the last step of management. इसमें entire management process को आप monitor करते हैं so that आपका process रास्ते से नहीं भटके, मंजिल तक जाए. मंजिल क्या है? Organization का goal. Therefore, controlling makes sure that the process of management is moving in the correct direction in achieving the organizational objective और दी ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल गोल. ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल गोल क्या क्या है? इंस्टीट्यूशनल और ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल गोल, सोशल गोल, पर्सनल गोल. याद रखिएगा. नाउ यू रिमेंबर वी हैव डिस्कस्ड मैनेजमेंट इज परवेसिव इन नेचर. इट इज प्रेजेंट इन एवरी लेवल. सो व्हाट आर द लेवल्स ऑफ मैनेजमेंट? वेरी सिंपल. टॉप लेवल, मिडिल लेवल, लोअर लेवल या ऑपरेशनल लेवल. टॉप लेवल पे कौन होंगे? जो मालिक हैं, टॉप मोस्ट एग्जीक्यूटिव, चेयरमैन, डायरेक्टर. ऑलराइट. मिडिल लेवल में जो इनके ठीक अंडर आते हैं, सच एज मैनेजर्स. लास्ट इज ऑपरेशनल लेवल. दीज आर दी वर्कर्स, forefront managers, supervisors. All right, let us understand the level of management and let us see which activity is done on which level. Top level, it is consisting of senior most executives and managers from different functional levels. They make overall organizational goal. टॉप लेवल का क्या काम है? मेन ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल गोल को सेटअप करना. What we want to do and how we want to do is done by top level. That means the activity of planning is mostly done by the top level management. What is the middle level management? It is the link between the top एंड द ऑपरेशनल. बट नेचुरली अगर बीच में है तो बीच के मैनेजर्स टॉप लेवल मालिक से भी मिलते हैं, चेयरमैन से भी मिलते हैं और अपने नीचे के 4 मैनेजर्स, सुपरवाइजर से भी मिलते हैं. देयरफॉर एक लिंक बिटवीन द टॉप लेवल एंड द लोअर लेवल. व्हाट डू दे डू? दे आर रिस्पांसिबल फॉर ऑल एक्टिविटीज ऑफ द लोअर लेवल. इनका काम है टॉप लेवल में जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल गोल बनाया गया उसको समझना और अपने नीचे वाले लेवल से वो काम को करवाना. बहुत ध्यान से सुनिएगा. middle level's work is to understand what the planning has been done by the top level and to make sure that that planning is being implemented by the lower level. मिडिल लेवल का सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट काम है, ये दोनों को जोड़ता है, टॉप लेवल के सपने को कि इन्होंने ये सपना देखा, उस सपने को समझना और अपने नीचे वाले लोगों को वो सपना समझाना कि इस तरह से काम करिए और इस सपने को हासिल करिए. दैट इज द वर्क ऑफ द मिडिल लेवल. व्हाट इज ऑपरेशनल लेवल और लोअर लेवल? सिंपल सा बात है, यहां पे दे आर द पर्संस responsible for making the worker or the laborer work. Let us see, directly oversee or supervise the effort of the workforce and interact with the workforce. Laborer level से मिलना जुलना, उनको काम समझाना, उनका काम देखना, सही तरीके से काम करवाना, ये सुपरवाइजरी लेवल, ये ऑपरेशनल लेवल या लोअर लेवल मैनेजमेंट का काम है. ये भी देखना कि कम से कम सामान वेस्ट हो, क्वालिटी कंट्रोल चेक करते रहना कि सही सामान बन रहा है, डिफेक्टिव नहीं बन रहा है. सो दैट इज द वर्क ऑफ द ऑपरेशनल और द लोअर लेवल. आई सपोज दिस इज द एंड ऑफ द फर्स्ट चैप्टर. Thank you so much, students. We have covered the first chapter. You may be having lots of doubts. इसको क्लास में हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे. In the meanwhile, from all the videos, all the slides, you copy the notes in your copies and try to understand it by your own. We will discuss each and every point in detail again in the next class when we sit and meet in the school. Thank you so much for your patience listening. All the best.